Hey, baby, I've been watching you from the tree.
For the record, there is never a time when you're watching someone from the tree across the street that's a non-creepy thing. Movies in the 80s. That's not my bag, baby. It was uncomfortable for us too, buddy. Piranhas with freaking laser beams on their heads. Oh, smash. Oh.
This is so much fun. Bong. Well, you'd have to hit record and play. They all had bass boost. Speaking of iPod, the sketchiest guy sat next to me on the way back.
Yeah, he definitely gave off Psycho Killer vibe.
You could buy it like Circuit City back then. One was Rainbow Connection. Remember that song, Welcome Back, Kotter? Like, I haven't heard that in a while. Beta or VHS. Right now, that sounds crazy. 5 years from now, we might have a robot in this house. Name one other stupid thing that we did at that age that was that dumb. Make me chuck. And we'll leave you with blowing chunks.
You're blowing chunks.
Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaen. We're here to talk about the wild ride of raising kids, growing careers, and keeping life together in the middle of all the chaos.
So buckle up, because we're all in this crazy journey together.
Bippity boppity boo.
Bippity boppity boo. I feel like maybe you could even do the like Salikadoo, Lemon Chickaboo.
You just need to do a new Disney. It's just a new Disney intro every time.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
It could be Aladdin and Jasmine. Oh,
Simba.
that was good. Little James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a little bit of that throat thing, so I can get a little low. How low can I go?
Yeah, you're very, very white.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the voice is very, very white.
Mm-hmm. I was talking a few weeks back about some of those old, Reflections of Love, the CD sets that you bought on TV decades ago that are now all, MP3s or MP4s, whatever they are. They're all, whatever, on the cloud, digital.
Yep.
But I've been listening to those ones lately. It's just, I'm in a kick of it, right? I've been listening to that at the house. And
you really have.
I know, like in the bathroom and stuff like that, we're taking showers and whatnot. And one of them is like an intro. It's like, hey, baby, you know how much I love you. It's so funny. But it's not Barry White, which is what's funny about it.
Right.
It's someone else, but that was like, I guess, a thing.
I guess it was.
People did. But it wasn't Barry White. So it was like the Commodores or something.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Like, we actually looked it up because we thought it was Barry White.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, that was not Barry White.
No, but it was just like that.
It's that bass type.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You get me so hot.
Yeah, it's always supposed to be like so steamy and sexy. And it's like...
It's not.
It's actually a little just creepy,
Yeah.
but okay.
I've been watching you from the tree across the street, but in a non-creepy way, baby.
For the record, there is never a time when you're watching someone from the tree across the street that's a non-creepy thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That was like maybe a 70s, 80s thing. That happened in 80s movies all the time.
It did. Yeah, what was the one with like John Cusack and he like holds up the boombox?
I don't know. I'm kind of going with that one, but I'm pretty sure there's like all kinds of ones, like, Goonies, like they may have been watching somebody from a tree with binoculars. I can't remember. I'm sure there's a bunch of those, like...
Probably not Goonies, but yeah.
Remember.
16 Candles or yeah,
something like that.
Movies in the 80s. I mean, because we've watched, and we may have even talked about it on this, but movies in the 80s they didn't abide by today's rating system. I mean, we talked about it this weekend with someone, like above the waist full frontal was normal in a PG-13 movie.
PG-13. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that just doesn't fly.
And that's R today. At
For
the very
sure.
least, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing those movies though when I was a kid. Like I do. The only one I remember that I never saw, but I remember hearing about it was National Lampoon's European Vacation.
Yes, that's the one that always comes to mind.
And I still haven't seen that one.
I watched it when I was a kid.
You've seen it, yeah.
100%. I know where we were living in the house, like it was before we had even moved to Chicago. So, I mean, I had to have been under 4th grade.
Yeah.
And
It seems early for frontal
yes,
above the waist nudity in a movie.
It really does.
And I'm guessing it wasn't showing women in a high, in their highest and best use.
No, not really. No, it's just, but there were quite a few of them that just had that more adult content that you don't find in PG-13 anymore.
And we did talk about that a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Like we tried to watch Teen Wolf and
Yeah.
some of these ones that was just like, ooh, we should, I don't know.
Why are they wrestling? And you're like, I don't know actually why they're wrestling.
Yeah, and we watched one just recently that it was like, well, that was a little uncomfortable even just to watch with the kids.
Oh yeah. When our oldest came to me afterward, we watched Austin Powers. And while no actual nudity in it, afterward, the 15-year-old was like, yeah, Mom, that was really uncomfortable to watch that with you guys. And I was like, it was uncomfortable for us too, buddy.
Yeah, it was a 90s, I think, movie. And they just, I don't know, I guess that's just what those comedies are. There's not a lot of comedies that don't have like sexual innuendos and, I don't know. But yeah, it is almost always uncomfortable. Watching some of those old movies like that, and that's just why we haven't introduced a lot of those classics to our kids.
Right.
Like we haven't.
Right.
That was one of the first ones we did, and we couldn't remember.
I didn't remember that it was that. I knew there were some, like, that's not my bag, baby. I obviously remember those kind of things, but
Sure.
I didn't realize just how in your face.
Yeah, there's so
it
many
was.
classic lines in that that like frickin', and he's doing the 20-point turn and
Want piranhas with freaking laser beams on their heads. Like, I mean,
people. Yeah. 1 million, so I mean, like, there's so many like great lines in it. Yeah.
totally.
And then I don't want to say it's ruined because those are classics, but those are uncomfortable to watch and.
Yeah.
I can't tell our kids. But that was part of, what we've learned this year so far is we can't hide them from that stuff.
No.
They need to know it's out there. And so I think we've pushed ourselves a little bit to watch some things that is out there. So it's not that we kept anything taboo, but there can't be any taboo.
There cannot be any taboo. And as long as whatever movie you're showing is representing any type of sexual content in like the bounds of normalcy of like
that's right.
that reality, it's like, okay, we have to be comfortable with that. Our kids are going to be exposed to that kind of stuff on some type of content. It's just, you can't pass the bounds of like pornography so that they don't go there looking for that kind of thing.
Right.
Curious about it. You're like,
right. You want them to think of, the love scene in Top Gun.
Yes.
As that's a normal love between a man and a woman.
Yes.
Not from what we understand, sometimes you find online where, every woman should be choked out.
You went there.
Well,
But it's,
till you pass out, and that's part of a normal sexual relationship. Right. I mean, I can only imagine what you find online. I mean, and I'm almost 50, I'm a 40s, how do I say that? I don't like...
You're in your late 40s?
I'm a late 40s guy. I hate to say I'm almost 50 because I'm not, but it's like, so I'm used to rounding those numbers, and now I don't like that round.
I like to round it. Yeah,
That's not good round. So now it's like I'm late 40s, or I just say what I am.
Just say you're in your 40s.
Yeah,
because
in my late 40s. I'm aware of all the stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
And probably not aware of some of the darker, crazier sides of it.
I would imagine you're not. Yeah.
But I can only imagine.
Right.
Based on what I do know.
Right.
What could possibly be out there. So.
Right. And you're like, you don't want your kids seeing that. It's like the Top Gun love scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That one's okay.
Yeah, there's just so many sexual innuendos and those things that are just like, oh, that's uncomfortable.
I know.
Not even innuendo, it's just straight out.
Sometimes it's just straight out. Yeah. But they're gonna hear it one way or another. I mean,
it's not new to them at that age.
Not.
And I guess that's the hard part too, is our oldest is 15, our youngest is 11, and it's like, okay, we kind of shaded that from the oldest till he was for 15 years. Now the youngest is being exposed to it at 11 years.
Right. How do you balance that?
Is that good or bad?
Right.
Because it's PG-13 and he's under 13.
He's under 13.
And it's a 1990s PG-13.
which is really like are now. So really, you need to be 17.
Right. Right.
It's just, I don't know the right balance, but I mean, I remember even with violence, right? We let our kids watch Avengers.
Yeah.
And our youngest was like kindergarten. And we're watching Avengers and, Hulk smash, and there are worse things than Avengers. We weren't watching Seven or, It or anything like that. It was more action oriented. But it's like, is that really appropriate for a 5-year-old? I don't know. I mean, it was fine for his 9-year-old brother.
Yeah. I mean, as we think back on that one, I mean, there were times where we did have to kind of parent aggression in
Yes.
that younger child.
Yes.
We even still have to do that, so we planted some seeds.
Right.
Smashing.
Yeah, don't Hulk smash.
Like Hulk.
Yes. Oh, I will never forget, though, our oldest, who has just the sweetest personality. Like, we took him to see an Avengers movie. He was about 3, because our daughter was an infant. We wanted to see the movie. We thought most of it would go over their heads. Well, the 3-year-old's head. And I will never forget, he just went around the house for weeks going, Hulk, smash! This little 3-year-old just, Hulk, smash! That's probably all he could say.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I know. We used to be a big movie family. We would watch movies like every Friday night. It was just kind of our thing for a long while.
Yeah.
Just kind of have a relaxing pizza, movie Friday night. And, it's time to spend with the family and good movies and whatnot. Or, every now and then we'd sub in a game night or something like
Yeah.
that. We'd watch a lot of movies. And that's kind of come to a screeching halt here this year.
It has.
I don't know if we're too busy, if the kids are getting too old, they don't have the attention spans.
I know. I don't know if I think it's that. Plus, you just have teenagers who would rather be listening to their own music in their room or, on the Xbox with their friends.
Yeah.
It's a bit of and we're at the point where it's like we have the older one who really wants to do kind of his own thing, but the younger one still craves that family time.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I feel then just guilty and torn because it's like, well, the oldest had that family time for this long, and the youngest it just kind of gets ripped away from.
Well, I mean, it's like we talked about, we were in Denver this last weekend, and we were a split family.
Yeah.
And it's, that's just going to be the norm for, that's the norm for the baby, right?
Yeah.
Their life is different. Babies have always treated differently because they were the baby. So they get different, experiences. And that's going to be his too.
Yeah.
I mean, his oldest brother is older, obviously, and he went off to do his thing. And that will be our youngest's normalness, though. That'll be normal to him. That won't be like, oh, I'm so sad. Why isn't he hanging around?
Yeah.
That'll be normal to him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's sad to us because we've known what it was before.
Yeah.
I
know. It is kind of sad. I don't know about in your family, but in my family, the youngest, I mean, it's sad because we almost used her in a way. Like, I remember my brothers would be like, hey, do you want to come out and play soccer with me? And ultimately, they just wanted her to shag balls for them. But she thought that they were playing with her, And, I mean, I guess innocence is,
Yeah.
like she just didn't know.
This is so much fun. Bong.
Right. But I almost feel like that's where our kids are at a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like if the oldest wants to go kick the soccer ball or the football because he's been trying to kick field goals, ultimately he just wants his younger brother to shag balls for him. I was like, oh, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched that too closely if that's the dynamic of it or not. It probably is to some degree. But, we when they would do that with soccer, we bought a bag of soccer balls. It's like, now you can shoot 10 times.
Yeah.
And then go get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And do they do that? No, they still just do one shot at a time. Go get it, bring it back. One shot.
They ultimately just don't want to clean up 10 soccer balls.
Yeah, I know. Just this generation. I don't want to call our kids lazy, but this generation. When we were talking about movies, it's crazy to me how they watch movies because they don't watch the whole movies.
No.
I don't know if we've talked about that before briefly, but I mean, they watch like their favorite 10 minutes of a movie and then fast forward to their next favorite 10 minutes of that movie. Yeah. And maybe that's all they want to see is 25 minutes out of an hour and a half long movie, and they move on. Mm-hmm. And that, you know, checks the box for that movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is weird to me.
Yeah. Like, you're going to sit and watch a movie, watch it. I've never sat and like, I just want to watch this one part of this movie. It's my favorite part.
Right. I don't think I have either.
I never have. I know I haven't.
Yeah, unless it was on television and I happened to turn it on at that point in time.
Yeah, but then you watch the rest of it.
I watch the rest of it, exactly.
You don't just watch that 10-minute period.
Yeah.
And then move on. It's so odd. It's just their attention spans, and that's what we were getting at. Their attention spans are next to nothing.
Nothing. And
because they can do that. They have the ability to do anything for any period of time, basically, that they want to.
Yeah.
Which is different than us. On demand. Everything's on demand. I'm not just talking about videos and TV and movies. Anything you want in the world is like basically on demand.
Oh, think about music from when we had to buy the tape, the cassette tape.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to hear a different song by a different artist, you're either waiting for it to come on the radio or you have to buy a different cassette tape.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh gosh, I'd really like to listen to this song. And
yeah. Let's just talk about that for a minute, because that is one of those nostalgic ones that I just love that we've lived through in our lives.
Yeah.
Going through, we both had records.
Oh, yeah.
So I only had a couple records, and like I said, my parents weren't huge on music, so maybe there were a couple records that existed, but I had a couple, like the We Are the World record and something else. I know you had a couple too.
Oh, yeah, I listened to them all the time.
And then we made the change through to cassette tapes, and we were too young for, I think, 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Even though I remember 8 tracks.
I don't.
I remember cars that had 8-track players. But I don't remember. I was too young to use them.
Yeah.
But I remember them. But I never utilized them. So then cassette tapes was great. Like you said, you would have your boom box at the house, because at some point everybody got the boom box and once they figured out we had 2 cassette tapes, and everybody bought, the little, the clear cassette tapes that you could write the name on it, mixtape and stuff like that. I talk about mixtapes all the time on Morning Cereal. Like, I would always make love tapes or make off the radio tapes. But you'd have to hit record and play, as they were doing like the intro on the radio station, and you'd get a whole tape of, like some random DJ like introing the song, and then you'd miss the first 20 seconds of the song.
Yeah.
But then as soon as they start singing, you'd have it.
Sure.
So that was that, right? And then like when you took it in your car, because when I first started driving, and you might have been after this, I don't know, but when I first started driving, I had this like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was probably 18 inches by 12 inches. Anyways, it had all these little slots that you could put cassette tapes in.
Oh yeah.
And it would roll up.
Oh my gosh, I did
and it would
not have
Velcro
one of those.
top, so you could take like, I don't know, say 12 cassette tapes with you, right? Because I remember friends that had just cassette tapes like in their plastic covers, just strewn throughout their car.
For sure.
Or in like some sort of tray of some sort, but they are never well organized.
No, never.
So, but I had that little roll-up one, so you took them out of their plastic case, and they were just a cassette tape by itself, and you put them in there.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward then, right, to what was next. Did you have the next one?
The tape that you put in that was like attached to the CD player that you could do it in your car? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
So that was huge. That's when, like, every time you would look at it, it would, like, skip, right?
Yeah.
The CD player would skip. And you'd buy the CD player that was anti-skip or shock absorbing.
Yes.
With bass boost also.
I don't know if I had bass boost, but
they all had
sure.
bass boost, like a button on it. I don't know if that did anything.
I doubt it. I
Yeah.
highly doubt it.
Yeah. And then that was like, then we had CDs. So then it was, how do you bring CDs into the car? More than one. And I don't remember if at that point in time you could burn CDs as easily.
I think that came a little later, but for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
So you had to actually take the actual CD in there, which drove me crazy as a perfectionist because CDs scratched. And if you scratched a CD, what did it do? It skipped.
Skipped.
So that drove me crazy of how to keep those nice. So you would start, initially you would have your CD cases in there and everything. And then eventually you'd get a CD book, right?
Yep.
You start slipping all those CDs in, you'd have a 10 CD book.
Yep.
And then you're like, well, you know what, I probably need a few more. Then you'd have a 30 CD book that was thick,
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually, at the end of it, Now, this is when you could burn. So this is when I decided I'm going to burn every one of my CDs. So every CD I bought, I burned it to another CD. So I had a copy of it, and I put the original CD back in its CD case, and it was never seen again. It was filed away into my CD thing. I only used that burned copy. And I even made copies of like the front of the case and put in, you know how you could put like a piece of paper in there so that I knew what case it was.
That shocked me.
Oh my gosh. But I didn't do that often until I got to the 100 CD
oh my gosh.
case pack for your car.
I mean, we still, I saw it recently.
It's upstairs in our attic.
100%. I saw it when I was looking for something up there. And
Now,
like,
did you have one of these in your brothers and sisters?
Not one that big. Like, I always had one for the car, and I would trade out my CDs if I wanted like a different one in the car.
You had like a 41 or something like that. That was like a Logitech.
I had like a 10 CD one that I kept in my car.
You had a
even though I
small
had
one.
even though I had a lot more CDs than that at home, it was like, no, I'm really liking this CD. I'll put this one then in my car.
I liked having a big music selection. I had a huge block. A block. It's huge.
Yes.
100 CDs.
I can attest to this because on all the road trips, I'd pull out, like I had it at my feet, big.
That's crazy
old
that we were
thing,
together
and
when
I'd
that
be
was
like,
still a
and
thing.
Page after page after page after page.
And I knew what page it was on because I had them all. They were all
They're by genre.
Genre and then alphabetical order by genre.
100%.
Yeah, so I knew where they were all at in there.
As did I, because I was the one playing DJ while you were driving.
But you had to have them all. And even then it was like I had the full CD burned.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like I only liked 3 songs off that whole CD. So it's like, okay, now track 4.
Yeah, I know. Well, and we still have the actual CD, the piece of furniture, the CD holder. I mean, it is wood. This thing is heavy as all get out. We still have that, I'm sure, somewhere. And
we don't have that.
And
I
it
sold
spun.
It spun. It was really nice, but it had glass.
It had glass.
It was 2-sided.
Yeah, push the thing in the glass.
The magnet would come. The magnetic glass that opened up. But you could fit, I don't know, 100 CDs in there. But by the time we got to it, I think I had 400 or 500 CDs. By the time we finally went to MP3s, then to MP4s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember I bought you your first iPod.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, for I think that was Valentine's Day or your birthday, because I don't remember which one I got it for.
Yeah.
Since they're a day apart, I always bought 2 presents, one for Valentine's Day, one for your birthday. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still have it. It's actually in my closet right now, in a little glass bowl. I don't know why it's in that, but
it's hilarious.
Yeah, and then the iPod was incredible. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Yep.
Speaking of iPod, the sketchiest guy sat next to me on the way back from Denver. I don't know if you noticed on the way home, but he had like an original iPod.
I thought it was one of our kids' teammates that was sitting next to you.
Oh, maybe it was his trip out then. I don't know. That weekend was...
It was on the way out.
It was on the way out then.
It was, yeah. It was to Denver, because,
Yeah, he's like, "Is this seat taken?" I'm like, "No, it's all yours," as usual. It was the middle seat. And I was like, "No, it was all yours." And I didn't look at him, but I thought he was kind of like a normal person when I first got up.
No.
After he sat down, I'm like, ooh. Seat's taken. I should have said.
He was staring at me. I felt very, very, very uncomfortable.
He was just very intense. He was like, I don't know what was going on. He was like flying somewhere to kill somebody and just couldn't wait to get there, or what it was. But here's the point I brought it up.
That was the vibe he gave, just for the record. That was the vibe.
That was his vibe, 100%. But he had an original iPod, the one that clicked around.
You're kidding.
That's what he was listening to music on. All rage metal. The 3 or 4 songs that I looked down at, rage metal, like Gwar or whatever.
I am so thankful I didn't, because usually I get the weirdos.
Yeah, usually you do.
So glad you got one. I remember. I would not have remembered this guy had you not brought this up right now, because... Yeah, he definitely gave off Psycho Killer vibe.
Total Psycho Killer vibe, yeah. So I haven't hit that vibe yet. Give me another couple years maybe, but...
No?
Anyway, so he had the iPod, which was crazy. We're just going down the memory lane here
Yeah.
of technology, of music, because it's such a big part of our lives, my
Yes.
life for sure, and yours too, I know.
Yeah.
But that was huge. The iPod blew my mind. So, but then you had to do the whole transition of downloading,
Yeah.
because now you had to burn all those CDs that I had already burned to another
Yes.
CD.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? We had to burn them all to our computer.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And like
and that's,
upload to
and
them
then
to iTunes.
upload them up to your iTunes. So that's how you got all these songs onto your. So I'm like, I have 500 CDs.
As now
Do you remember?
I. Because
Yeah.
they were part of our. That was at the time where like one iTunes account could be loaded to multiple devices, and
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
that's
have all
right.
of yours too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's one of Shaen's songs. I'm just gonna skip.
Yeah. There's not many like that. There's a couple. Very eclectic.
Very eclectic.
Yeah. Just
And-
no jazz. They draw the line at jazz.
I know. I feel really bad. I feel like
In hardcore country.
in hardcore.
Twangy country. That's
Yeah, yeah.
that's really about the ones I have the
Yeah.
hardest time taking. But
Oh, and rage metal. We don't have any rage metal either.
I have heavy metal, but no rage metal.
There's a total
There,
difference.
and there is a difference between rage
Like,
metal.
I can handle
Yeah.
heavy metal.
Mhm.
I actually like it
Mhm.
occasionally. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in the mood for that. Yeah.
For sure. So then you had to download them all to your phone. So we had to take all those CDs, and that's when computers had a CD-ROM,
Mhm.
I think they were called, in them. Oh, they're trying to become all these old terms, you know.
Was a
You had to
CD
put them in there, and you'd have to burn them to there. And my original CDs, the ones that maybe before I could burn them to another one, they had like a scratch in them or something like that. But I had the thing that, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but they gave you could buy at like Circuit City back then. We're just gonna stay back in the day.
Stay back in the day at Circus City.
A CD cleaner. So it was one of those little things that looked like a CD player you take in your car.
Yeah, yeah. You can put it in and
You'd squirt it, and you put it in there, and then you just turn the side of it, and it had like little bristles in there, and it'd supposedly clean your CD off. So you'd have to clean the CD, and then you put it in the CD-ROM, and then you'd have to download it. It was like 6 minutes, probably a CD, I would say. I don't remember, to download it to iTunes at the time.
yeah.
And then get them. And then if it had a skip in it, that's how the original iTunes were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Exactly
that
right.
lasted for a long time till I figured out. Then the next derivative of all this was iTunes figured out, like, hey, we're going to let you swap out. You need to sign up for something new for
Yeah.
us, but we'll let you swap out all your songs for the digital version of that song.
Yep.
And so that, you had to sign up for iTunes Match or something like that,
Something like that.
which was fantastic. But somewhere along the way during that and where we are now, I've lost so many songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Likely from those, Reflections of Love CDs that you used.
I've checked those. I have those. But every now and
I
then,
cataloged everyone.
I'll be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this song. Like, I had this CD. Like the Beastie Boys were some of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have their CDs anywhere in the catalog, so I had to re-download. And now it's weird because you don't actually download anything. You
No.
just
Add it to your playlist.
add it to your playlist as long as you're signed up.
Yeah.
Right? And so now Apple owns us forever. Because the second I'm like, I don't want to pay for my $20 or $50 a month family Apple
Yeah.
account, well, I think we lose access to all those songs. So,
Well, that's not good.
yeah. And so, and I don't know how any of the other ones work. Like, I know people listen to fill in the blank. What's the other big one? It's not Pandora.
Napster.
Napster. Oh my gosh.
Talk about a blast from the past.
I remember the first songs I downloaded from Napster. I did download songs from Napster.
Yeah.
One was Rainbow Connection, because that was like a nostalgic song sung by Kermit the Frog.
By the illustrious Kermit the Frog.
The original version.
Why are there so many?
Yeah, that's exactly. Songs. I can't remember all the other ones, but there's like a Kid Rock song on that
Yeah.
one. And there's a lot of people that for a long time wouldn't actually put their music on.
Yeah, because, I think
Like Garth
artists
Brooks
weren't-
didn't do that.
Yeah. Like, I think artists weren't getting paid, which,
Yeah.
or something like that. There was something about it, which I don't blame them. Like, I want to get paid for the work I've put in.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
That
I
I've
know the
created.
industry completely changed
I think
during
it
that
did.
time frame, but
I know. I am such an expert on the music industry.
yeah. So now the biggest headache I have now with music
Yeah.
is, even though it's all at our fingertips, like I probably have, 20-some thousand songs now in the catalog. Some of them I like, some of them some of them are great, some of them are not so great.
Yeah.
But I do like a good mixture of them sometimes. But when you put it on shuffle, what does shuffle do? I have 20,000 songs in there, and let's just say a playlist has 2,000.
Right.
Right.
Plays the same 70 songs over and over.
Sorry. Yeah. The same 50 songs get played over and over and over. And it's like, why won't you go to that song you haven't played yet?
I know.
I don't understand that.
Like that random one, because I have to
Yeah.
rely on my own memory to be like, gosh, you know what? You know the song I haven't heard from.
Remember that song, Welcome Back, Cotter? Like, I
Right.
haven't heard that in a while.
Yes.
Or years.
Is that on my playlist
It's
still?
on the
or like-
playlist. I've
yeah.
checked it out.
Yeah.
It's things like that.
Yeah. You're like,
Anyways.
it's that gem that you just kind of want to hear every now and again.
Yeah. But those are some of those things, I've talked about it before. Our grandparents lived through just an incredible time period, right? Of just technological, industrial
Yeah.
advancements. Some of our grandparents, I guess planes were starting to be around, but some of the ones that have just recently passed, planes were not commercial.
No.
You didn't fly on planes. They rode buggies,
Mhm.
literally.
Yeah.
And so to see what they've seen, the radio, the telephone,
Yeah.
into the television, into color TV, into commercial flights everywhere, into now computers, like all this stuff that never existed for them. We're getting to the age now, which was incredible advancement, right? And maybe we'll never see that again at that rapidity.
Maybe not. Whatever. Yeah.
But in our lives, we're starting to see that.
Yeah.
We had the phone cords. Like those are the Generation X nostalgic things that we talk about. And every now and you'll get on a reel, that starts talking about some of that stuff. But we memorized phone numbers back in the day. We had the phone book.
Yeah.
Then you had your phone, you had your personal phone book, that mom or dad probably wrote everybody's phone numbers down in.
Rolodex, yeah.
The Rolodex. You guys had an actual Rolodex, or did you have the one that you could take it down to a P and then you push the button and it would flop open at the P's?
Yeah, no, that sounds way too fancy. That sounds cool. No, ours was just like a regular Rolodex.
I think I bought that one when I was maybe on my own. It's pretty special, but yeah. No, we never had an actual Rolodex. That was probably from your dad. Business, he probably took that from the bank.
This really was because with 5 kids and all of our friends and their parents, my mom had a card for every one of them. So, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, we had a Rolodex.
Wow.
And honestly, I think it sat on the counter near the telephone up until probably my parents moved.
I think we just had a book that was like one of those Bibles that had a tab all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
A, B, C, D,
Yeah,
E,
yeah,
F, G, like that. So you just go down to the tab and open.
Yeah.
That's
no.
what we had ours in.
Go to the P, and then we'd see all the Petersons.
Yeah, but you remember your best friend's phone number, your home phone number back then, because
Heck yeah.
That was you had to know because you had to call home.
Yeah.
And we had. So did you have a phone in your bedroom?
No.
No.
We were not allowed to have phones in our bedroom.
Yeah. I don't know. Somehow I got one downstairs in my bedroom. I don't know if anybody had this phone. Here's the phone I had down there. Because you could get fun phones back then, right?
Yes.
You go to Target and there's all these weird, whatever phones. Mine was white. It was square, a foot by 12 inches by 12 inches, and all the numbers were huge on it. Each number was a square that was 2 inches by 2 inches, white. So you'd pick up a kind of a flatter receiver, and then these huge numbers you could dial with. I remember
you could
that one.
Hulk smash them.
Hulk smash them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny.
But we just had the regular one in the hanging up with the long extension cord.
Yeah,
In the
we had
family,
that.
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Kitchen was the main one in our house. Is that where yours was?
Absolutely, yeah. That was the main one. I think my parents had one in their bedroom.
Did you have a long cord?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, we did. And then you had to sit in the kitchen and talk, and we did get one upstairs kind of in the hallway as we got a little bit older.
Okay.
And I think the cord was long enough that you could pull it into your bedroom, but
Nice.
depending on, I guess my older brother and I, we had the closest rooms to the phone.
Yeah. I
Or
don't.
one of the other kids, you couldn't.
Oh, gosh, I don't remember having another phone in the house other than one in the kitchen. I did have one in my room at one point in time.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember another like corded phone. My parents may have had one in their bedroom.
Yeah.
I can't recall it, to be honest with you, until we got the first cordless phones. Remember those like white phones that you had to pull out the antenna?
Yep.
Everybody knows that. You know?
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had those.
Yeah.
And we never had, did you have the rotor phones? We never had one, but my grandparents had one for the longest time.
Grandparents had one for sure. We never had one.
Theirs was all rotor.
I remember playing with it all the time.
Heck yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, you'll never forget that feel of the pushing against the number as it's pushing back.
Yep. And then
you let yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
That was like, I mean, I could talk about this kind of stuff all day long. I know people, because I lived through it too, but you just start going back to those things that we lived through, like cable television.
Yeah.
Cable didn't exist when we first
No.
started watching TV. VCRs didn't. I remember going to renting. You guys bought it. We rented a VCR for the longest time until we actually bought one. But you never knew. We could go to it wasn't Blockbuster even then.
No, but there were lots of video stores.
Lots of video stores, and they had a back room, some of them. But you had to decide if you wanted a beta or a VHS, because there was that whole, like, who's going to win out.
Yeah.
I remember when it went to DVDs.
Yeah. Go Beta. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Beta's making a comeback.
Beta's making a comeback.
Go Beta. Well, you remember when Blockbuster had both DVDs and VHSs stacked up?
Yeah.
That was crazy. And I remember thinking at the time, like, do you think that DVDs will overtake? Because DVDs were really expensive then.
Yeah.
The players were really expensive.
Yeah. Funny. And then Blu-ray, and then, now it's just, everything's digital.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But with the phone, when did we start getting answering machines? I don't remember even having an answering machine, but it seemed like everybody had one.
Yeah, I would say
It was
the
after
90s.
cordless, right?
Yeah.
So nobody, because that was when they
You
invented.
could attach your answering machine to the corded phone. You could,
Okay.
but it was like a special connection.
Yeah, I don't remember the answering machine. I think when I think back of answering machines, I think more of movie answering machines, you know? I'm sure I had one at some point in time. Maybe but I just don't remember. I don't remember those ones very often. Like, did I have one when I was on my own? I don't think I did. Because we were kind of transitioning into cell phones, but everybody still had a home phone.
Yeah.
You always had a cell phone and a home phone.
And a home phone.
Call me at home,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
That's
Totally.
because we only had so many minutes at the time.
Yeah, it's true. I remember the long distance card and all of that.
But even on the first cell phones, you only get like 100 minutes a month.
Yeah.
So it's like, I gotta talk fast. I've only got 100 minutes. You know, call me at home. I'm almost home.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the long distance. But what was I gonna say about the answering machine though? There was something else I was thinking that reminded me of the answering machine too. Oh, call waiting was a big thing.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
Let me switch over to the other line.
all these technological quote unquote advances that, slowly but surely have just turned into, now we just have the most incredible computer and you literally have one sitting on your lap.
Yeah.
You know? It's insane. And our kids take all this for granted.
Granted. Mm-hmm.
You can only imagine what they're going to see in their lifetime.
Right. They're going to have like hologram phones.
What's changed? Yeah, I wonder, what's changed in their lifetime? And I wonder what will change in their, by the time they're 50, what's going to be so different? Because, I mean, the world's changed a lot from when I was born to today.
And the world's changed a lot even. I mean, we didn't have iPhones when the kids were born.
Yeah.
I got an iPhone when our daughter was born.
Yeah.
So think about that. That's revolutionized. We used to have DVDs, no longer. So it has changed. Think about AI.
It's true. They knew what DVDs were because they used to put them in the movies and all when they were little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They use ChatGPT all the time now. I mean,
AI is clearly the big one for them, but I think they're young enough now that they're going to be like, AI has always been around.
always been around.
So whatever derivative of that improvement is going to be over the next decade or two will be crazy. Robots, that might be a thing. I saw another company that just released robots. A robot, I think it was $20,000, and it does regular household chores, folds laundry. I thought of you immediately. And
Do we get this?
it comes with multiple different types of clothes that you can dress it in, different 2 colors of shoes.
I'm less concerned about
It does
that.
a little dance if you want it to.
Oh, wow. Can it fold the clothes the way I want it to fold the clothes?
I'm sure it can learn how to fold the way you want it to fold.
Game changer.
Can you imagine having a robot? But right now, that sounds crazy as we sit here today. But 5 years from now, we might have a robot in this house just doing, monotonous home stuff. Is that crazy?
That'd give me hours of my life back.
I mean, Tesla's betting big on that. This other company is another company.
Yeah.
Never heard of. But
Wow.
yeah.
Well.
So robots, that might be a thing.
Robots.
So it's going back to the Jetsons.
Robots. Yeah.
Not bears.
Not bears. Robots. Oh, well. I don't even know how to transition, but we are getting a little long. I just saw the time.
Yep, we're right on. We're not long yet. We've been way longer than this one. But we can start transitioning to the close here.
Yeah.
We had a crazy weekend. We're in the middle of the work week right now because we're in Colorado. Whirlwind. Thank you for everybody that came out to see the kids and us.
It was so great to see you.
Good to see everybody.
Kids loved having a fan base.
It was, yeah. It was nice. Unfortunately, our youngest scored a couple. Yeah, it was the first weekend that our oldest did not.
I know.
He had a drought and no assists either, so had nothing to do with them because I don't think he gets nervous with people watching him. But that was just unfortunate they didn't get. I mean, I'm sure they got to see him shine, but they didn't get to see him put some scores on the board like he usually does.
Yeah.
But that was a whirlwind. I mean, it was like literally. I said after we were done, like, well, we saw them, but we really didn't see people. Hopefully we weren't rude because we were like literally the last game. It was like, we hate to see you and run, but we're out of here. We gotta get on a plane.
We gotta catch flight. We gotta, or we gotta get to the next game. Or it was kind of a busy.
Yeah, because one was playing on one side of Denver, one was on the other, literally 35 minutes away, and like we're running in between. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was just like our weekends at home, only we were down a car, and we were in a different city.
Yeah, down a car and just in Colorado for a regular league game.
Right.
It
was insane.
Yep.
So
we'll just leave work on Friday, come back late Sunday night, and go back at it again. That's what we've done.
5:45 in the morning, and like doesn't matter that we got home at 11:30. Like, gotta get up and do it again.
Yeah. You catching up though?
Kinda.
This has been a year that I feel like you and I mentioned it just the other day. Like you've been more. What's the word? Just struggle is the wrong word for it, but you've definitely just been more. What's the word?
I've just been busier. I feel like
you've been really busy.
There hasn't been any downtime. Like just like every job, there's always like the busy times. There hasn't been a non-busy time.
There's been no like taking of breaths.
Yeah.
In 2025.
No, 2020. I will be very happy on New Year's Eve of 2025.
Could be worse, but it was a crazy year.
It's been a crazy year.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to turning the page.
We hear that third driver though helps a lot.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no, but
I know. I don't want them to grow up. It still just breaks my heart.
I know.
Breaks my heart. But all right. Well, maybe we start thinking of our word to sum up last week.
Yeah. I actually thought of mine earlier today, so I have mine. It's 2 words, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm ready. We're ready to go?
Okay, yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Good
F1.
Vibes. F1, huh?
Yeah, because I couldn't think of the guy.
Race car?
No,
Max Verstappen?
Verstappen should have been it. Verstappen.
Just because we're going at light speed?
Yeah, it just feels fast right now.
It does feel fast.
It actually feels fast, like to the point where I don't want to miss details.
Yeah.
Like paying a bill.
Yeah.
Just simple things.
Yeah.
A birthday, an anniversary. Like there's times I panic and be like, oh my gosh, did I forget our anniversary? It's like, oh my God, no, it was.
You never have.
It was 2 months ago. I think we did that.
Yeah.
But it's like that. We're just moving. We're moving fast.
Yeah.
Good, bad, ugly. Regardless, we're moving fast.
We're moving fast. We are.
And yours was good vibes. The Beach Boys.
Yeah, I just feel like, the last week, if I think about the last week.
Yeah, you're right. The last week.
There's been a lot of just that was fun, or that was cool, or yeah, sure, it was busy, but great news. You had some really good progress on some things. It was good to see people. It felt amazing to be in Colorado. Yeah.
There was some good vibes. That's a positive look on it.
Yeah.
It was fast, but it was some good vibes.
Yeah.
It was a good week. Yeah. All right. Well, that's probably it for episode 42. They're just stacking up.
Right.
That is everywhere. I heard someone else say, I'm going to get into it. I saw someone else say the 6-7 thing somewhere too. Like everybody's doing it now.
Everybody.
Adults.
Everybody. So that means the kids are about to stop doing it because now adults are doing it.
Oh, it was on CNN. The news did it. South Park's all over it. You know what I mean? Like, I heard some football announcers do it 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Tony Romo did it because he's got young kids.
Yeah. Okay. Now that the adults have it, we'll never hear it again. So maybe that's what
you would hope. But I've been asking, like, it's clearly not cool anymore, right? I mean, all the adults do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they still do it. Name one other stupid thing that we did at that age that was that dumb. I can't either.
But I'm sure there was.
There's nothing like that. Gag me with the spoon.
Dude.
There's a barf one.
Make me barf. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
The word barf in general. It's kind of our generation.
It's a great word.
It is a great word.
Make me chuck. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Well,
That's that.
have a great week.
Thanks
Ciao,
for joining.
ciao.
Have a good one. See ya.